Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another session with the course? It feels like yesterday's lesson is still resonating.
Yeah, it lingers, doesn't it?
Definitely. I'm really looking forward to getting into today's lesson together.
It's wonderful to be back, and welcome to all of you joining us again.
Before we jump in, just a quick reminder, you can always connect with us. Send your questions or feedback to ACIM at theworldharmonyproject.org.
And you can also find us on TikTok at the World Harmony Project. Honestly, all the feedback we've received helps so much. Thank you for that.
It really does. As is our practice, we'll begin by reading the lesson text itself. I am as God created me. This single thought, held firmly in the mind, would save the world. From time to time, we will repeat it as we reach another stage in learning. It will mean far more to you as you advance. These words are sacred, for they are the words God gave in answer to the world you made. By them it disappears, and all things seen within its misty clouds and vaporous illusions vanish as these words are spoken. For they come from God. Here is the word by which the Son became his Father's happiness, his love, and his completion. Here creation is proclaimed and honored as it is. There is no dream these words will not dispel, no thought of sin and no illusion which the dream contains that will not fade away before their might. They are the trumpet of awakening that sounds around the world. The dead awake in answer to its call. And those who live and hear this sound will never look on death. Holy indeed is he who makes these words his own, arising with them in his mind, recalling them throughout the day, at night bringing them with him as he goes to sleep. His dreams are happy and his rest secure, his safety certain and his body healed, because he sleeps and wakens with the truth before him always. He will save the world because he gives the world what he receives each time he practices the words of truth. Today we practice simply. For the words we use are mighty, and they need no thoughts beyond themselves to change the mind of him who uses them. So holy is it changed that it is now the treasury in which God places all his gifts and all his love to be distributed to all the world, increased in giving, kept complete because its sharing is unlimited, and thus you learn to think with God. Christ's vision has restored your sight by salvaging your mind. We honor you today. Yours is the right to perfect holiness you now accept. With this acceptance is salvation brought to everyone, for who could cherish sin when holiness like this has blessed the world? Who could despair when perfect joy is yours, available to all as remedy for grief and misery, all sense of loss, and for complete escape from sin and guilt? And who would not be brother to you now? You, his Redeemer and his Savior. Who could fail to welcome you into his heart with loving invitation, eager to unite with one like him in holiness? You are as God created you. These words dispel the night, and darkness is no more. The light has come today to bless the world. For you have recognized the Son of God, and in that recognition is the world's.
That feels like such a contrast to how we often think change happens, doesn't it?
Totally. We tend to believe we need complex strategies or, arduous effort, difficult rituals.
But the Course presents it as a simple, unwavering acceptance of this truth, just this one thought.
When we genuinely allow ourselves to consider this idea that we are fundamentally perfectly as God created us, it really starts to dismantle the fears, the anxieties, and limiting beliefs that can dominate our experience.
We spend so much time identifying with the roles we play, don't we? Our jobs, our relationships, our past mistakes.
The lesson helps us see those external identifications as just stories, temporary roles, or illusions, really.
Right. Our true identity is something untouchable, eternally safe, beyond anything that happens in this world, untouched by all of it.
The text calls these words sacred because they are God's response to the world we made.
Think about the world we seem to experience, the world often based on separation, fear, scarcity, judgment.
And God's answer to that entire mistaken construction is simply, you are as I created you.
That truth instantly dissolves the misty clouds and vaporous illusions we perceive. Like a powerful spotlight cutting through the densest fog, revealing perfect clarity.
It's more than just a comforting thought, though. It's described as the trumpet of awakening.
Yeah, that's evocative. It's the sound that jolts us out of the dream of separation we've been lost in.
We often feel a sense of being, dead or numb when we are lost in the ego's world of guilt and fear.
Responding to this call, accepting this truth, is presented as coming back to life, back to our vibrant, eternal reality.
And for those who truly hear and accept this, the very concept of death loses its power.
Because if we are as God created us, we are eternal, right? Beyond the cycle of birth and death that the ego clings to.
Holding this thought firmly, carrying it with us throughout our day, even taking it into our sleep. The lesson says it ensures our dreams are happy, our rest is secure.
That's a beautiful promise, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
When we rest in the truth of being as God created us, Our safety is certain.
Our daily experiences can become peaceful. Our bodies can heal. We aren't living at the mercy of external circumstances or internal anxieties.
But rooted in the fundamental safety of our true being.
Yeah. The lesson states, he will save the world because he gives the world what he receives each time he practices the words of truth.
That connects so deeply to the atonement principle taught in the Course. We can only give what we have accepted for ourselves.
Exactly. When we accept our own perfect holiness, when we open ourselves to receiving God's gifts and love, that fullness naturally overflows.
This overflow, this distribution of the love we've received, that's how the world is saved.
We become a channel for divine healing and joy simply by being our true selves, by accepting our inherent nature.
And this also ties into forgiveness, which is such a core theme.
Yes, absolutely. When we recognize our own sinlessness, which is simply our true state, it becomes, well, impossible to perceive sin in others.
Forgiveness isn't something we do to someone else. It's a byproduct of recognizing our own reality, which then allows us to see the same reality in others.
This way of thinking, seeing ourselves as God created us, aligns our mind with God's mind.
It's how Christ's vision has restored your sight by salvaging your mind. Our perception, which was previously fragmented and distorted by the ego's illusions,
Is made whole through this vision. We see with Christ's eyes, which means seeing only innocence and holiness everywhere.
And because of this acceptance of our identity, salvation is brought to everyone. When one of us truly accepts our perfect holiness, it's described as blessing the entire world.
It's that ripple effect, isn't it? One mind joining with the mind of God lifts all minds.
How could anyone possibly cling to the idea of sin or despair or grief when this perfect joy and holiness are recognized not just within, but as the universal reality?
This lesson truly eliminates any sense of loss, sin, or guilt. It just wipes the slate clean.
So Lesson 162's profound core principle is the absolute truth of our identity. I am as God created me, just resting in that.
This powerful affirmation dissolves all illusions, including our deeply held beliefs in sin, guilt, and fear.
It does this by asserting our inherent perfect holiness and our unbreakable connection to God. It's already true.
And rather than focusing on trying to fix external circumstances, the Course consistently directs our attention inward, doesn't it? That's where the true and lasting change occurred.
Always inward. And the phrase, I am as God created me, serves as this gentle yet potent reminder, almost like a mantra that recalibrates our thinking.
Yeah, it pulls us back from the endless distractions and anxieties of daily life, grounding us in this fundamental truth that never, ever changes.
It really does feel like coming home, you know? A profound sense of rightness that transcends any temporary feeling. You just know it's true deep down.
Thinking about how this plays out in our daily lives, it really makes you look at those automatic judgments differently, doesn't it?
Oh, completely. I was just thinking about some judgmental thoughts I had yesterday.
Tell me what came up.
I was relaxing on the porch and heard my family leaving the house. And the thought that immediately crossed my mind was, how rude. They didn't even come out to say goodbye.
Ah, that hits home. I should share a recent moment of judgment as well. I spent a good hour going through a kitchen cabinet, just grumbling to myself about how the family doesn't keep it organized, or they throw out containers without the lids, or keep lids without the containers. Just grumble, grumble, grumble.
Oh, gosh, yeah. This lesson, recognizing our own perfect state, is such a huge help when we catch ourselves falling into that pattern of finding fault, isn't it?
It is. It really is. I found myself able to shift my focus from the grumbling to a sense of peace, remembering that I wasn't under attack in that moment.
Right.
There was no actual scarcity, and that fundamentally we're all as God created us, them too.
Before the Course, I think I would try and psychoanalyze myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to figure out the root cause of why I was feeling upset or annoyed. The Course seems to just cut right through all that unnecessary egoic chatter. I am how God created me, and so are they. It just instantly restores a sense of peace.
Just to clarify, not dismissing exploring the mind or anything.
No, of course not at all. I just mean that kind of endless navel-gazing sense of trying to find a worldly reason for what's really spiritual discomfort. This lesson offers a direct path out.
I understood exactly what you meant.
So perhaps a thought to take with us from this lesson. When you find yourself judging,
whether it's towards yourself, someone you know well, or even just a complete stranger you encounter briefly,
catch that thought and gently bring to mind, I am as God created me, and they are as God created them.
See how that simple shift makes you feel.
And with that, we bring today's lesson exploration to a close. Thank you so much for joining us.
We can't wait to see you tomorrow for lesson 163. Goodbye for now.